Okay. Okay. This is the test. I don't know if we're live right now, but let's see.
I should have known you bid me farewell. There's a lesson to be learned from this, and I learned it very well. Now I know you're not the only starfish in the sea. If I never hear your name again, it's all the same to me. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. You never care for secrets I confide. For you I'm just an ornament, something for your pride. Always running, never caring, that's the life you live. Stolen minutes of your time were all you had to give. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. The stories of the past with nothing to recall. I've got my life to live, and I don't need you at all. The roller coaster ride we took is nearly at an end. I bought my ticket with my tears, that's all I'm gonna spend. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. Oh, I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball.
Okay, for anyone listening right now, that was Red Rubber Ball by The Circle. This is a group that toured with the Beatles in 1966 during their US tour, and they were managed by their manager, Brian Epstein. This is the test, by the way, testing out Roberto's records. Here is something from 1997, a record from 1997. This is by Rod Stewart. Ooh La La.
Love is blind and you're far too kind. Don't ever let it show. I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was stronger, don't try you and you shoot them before you even know. Love is blind and you're far too kind. Don't ever let it show. when I was stronger. Ooh la la, ooh la la, yeah, yeah. Ooh la la, ooh la la, yeah, yeah. Ooh la
I just dropped some papers on the floor. That's great. So test stream. I know Percy number 6 is here. Hi, buddy. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead. I think this says there's 2 people watching. I don't know who's watching right now, but I thank you for watching the test stream. I think this is the first time I've ever gone live on this channel. I don't know how I'm doing with my voice moving and all that stuff right now because I'm moving around. I'm going to pick out the next record. I'm going to try to pick a louder one. I have the mic right now closer to the speaker, so let's see how that plays out. Let's play this record. This one's by Status Quo. It's called Pictures of Matchstick Men, and it came out in 1968.
When I look up to the sky, I see your eyes, a funny kind of
Okay, so I think we finally got our sound peak levels, the perfect ones according to Anthony. These are good. I'm not gonna save the stream, by the way. Next thing we're gonna play is a Beatles one. This is one I wanted to try out, see if I can play Beatles music on here. It's called "Can't Buy Me Love," and I think we might have to adjust the sound levels after this record is played.
Can't buy me love, love, can't buy me love. Buy you diamond ring, my friend, that makes you feel alright. I'll get you anything, my friend, if it makes you feel alright. 'Cause I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love. I'll give you all I've got to give if you say you love me too. I may not have a lot to give, but what I got I'll give to you. I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Everybody tells me so, can't buy me love. No, 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 no. Say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want some kind of thing that money just can't buy. I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love. Buy me love. Everybody tells me so. Can't buy me love. No, 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 no. Say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want no kind of thing that money just can't buy. I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love. Buy me love, love, buy me love.
If we're still on air, I think we're okay to play Beatles music then, if it's a stream. Beatle records by Capitol were always pretty loud, so I did have to adjust the volume setting a little bit. I think I will play another softer record next. This is from section 5 of my shelf. This is by Judy Collins. It's called Both Sides Now. It was also the theme song, the song used in the trailer for the Toy Story 4 trailer.
Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feathered canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but
Okay, so now the link for the spreadsheet is in the description. That's where you can request songs that I have in my collection. For right now, I'm just gonna send in the way it is for my view. I don't have a user-friendly view ready, but it's still suitable enough. The next song on my randomizer that I picked, my section randomizer was from section 10, and this one means that these songs are from the newest records that I have in my collection. This is this is my newest record. I got it in the mail about a couple of days ago, and I had a pre-order from an artist's store on their website. So this is probably super new. It's probably the newest Roberto's records we'll get for, I guess, a while. Not the newest. There's still more new stuff coming out, but let's hear it. Those sort of softer songs, so let's see how the audio levels detect this one. So like I said, that was my newest record. That's the newest one in my collection, as well as the youngest one, if that's the correct terms from it. Youngest, newest, same thing. It's a new song, new record. I had to pre-order this back in November, and it was, I think, delayed about a couple of weeks until it finally got here. Request lines are now open. You can go request a song if you feel like listening to any particular song, I'll play. Right now I'm just randomizing things in my section dividers, and right now it picks section 6, so this next song is from 1970. It's called Alright Now by Free.
Then she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, what is this? Now, baby, maybe she's in need of a kiss. I said, hey, what's your name, baby? Maybe we can see things the same. Now don't you wait, oh, hesitate. Let's move before they raise the fucking rate. All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now. Let me tell you. I took her home to my place, watching every move on her face. She said, look, what's your name, baby? Are you trying to put me in shade? I said, slow, don't go so fast. Don't you think that love can last? She said, love, love, girl. Now you're gonna take me in love. All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right
Okay, I'm learning a little bit things here. One thing I'm learning is that I cannot type and in the chat as well as play music because I can hear my keyboard sounds come up in the recording file in the live stream, so that's fun. We got our first request of the night. For anyone here, hello, thank you for joining the test stream. You can hear the actual first episode of Roberto's Records appear live on TTE Community Radio sometime next week. We're still trying to figure out what day we're gonna go on. Of course, person number 6 is gonna request the song that he requested the most during the heyday of Community Radio, back when it was just a couple of records and a private Skype group. This is probably his favorite song in the whole wide world, even. This is Hello, It's Me by Todd Rundgren.
There's something here that doesn't last too long.
Community Radio is proudly presenting Roberto's Records sometime next week. This is the test stream. I don't know how long I'll be going for tonight. I can go forever right now. I quite enjoy playing records. Next song we have here is, I chosen this one by the Randomizer, Section 10 again. That means the newest records of my collection in terms of, you know, years it's been out. I don't know how better to explain it than that, but this one's by Hoobastank. It's called The Reason. For the three people here right now, thank you for joining me right now playing records, test streaming at 9:50 p.m. Pacific Daylight Standard Time. How's the weather outside right now? I'll take a look outside my window right now. Right now, the ground's wet. It's probably rained. Fortunately, not none of, but like most of the songs that the records I used on Roberto's Records have been retired. I've been replacing them with newer, better copies. This is one song that we used to play on Roberto's Records that I recently upgraded the copy on. called Show and Tell by Al Wilson from 1973, section 7 of my record collection.
These are the eyes that never knew how to smile till you came into my life. These are the arms that long to lock you inside every day and every night. Girl, and here is the soul of which you've taken control. Can't you see I'm trying to show love is right? Oh, show and tell, just a game I play when I wanna say I love you, girl. So show me and tell me that you feel the same way too. Say it do, baby. These are the hands that can't help reaching for you if you're anywhere inside. These are the lips that can't help calling your name in the middle of the night. Oh, and here is the man who needs to know where you stand. Don't you know I've done all I can? So decide. Oh, show and tell, it's just a game I play when I wanna say I love you, girl. So show me and tell me that you feel the same way too. Say it do, baby, baby, baby. Here's the soul of which you've taken control. And you see I'm trying to show love is right. Ooh, girl, show and tell, just a game I play when I wanna say, oh, I love you, girl. So show me and tell me that you feel the same way too. Say it do, baby. Oh, show and tell, just a game I play when I wanna say, oh, I love you, girl. So show me and tell me that you feel the same way.
I don't know which kind of way he wants to feel, but if you feel the same way too, leave a comment right now. Special thanks to the 3 people who are joining me right now as I test out Roberto's records before we go actually live on the air. Well, we are on the air, but you know what I mean, live community radio, TTE community radio, where I test songs and play them right now for you. Shout out to Thomas Fan. What is this? Let me see the username real quick. Thomas Fan 01 tuning in from Simi Valley, California. Person number 6 tuning in from somewhere in the Midwest. And Lemmy, if he's still around, I don't know. Monterey by Eric Burden and the Animals. Here on Roberto's Records.
The people came and listened. Some of them came and played. Others give flowers away. Yes, it did. Down in Monterey. Down in Monterey. Young God smiled upon the crowd. last night. The Grateful Dead blew everybody's mind. Jimi Hendrix, baby, believe me, set the world on fire. Yeah, His Majesty Prince Jones smiled as he moved among the crowd. 10,000 electric guitars were moving real loud. Yeah. You wanna find the truth in life? Don't pass music by. And you know I would not lie. No, I would not lie. No, I would not lie. Down in Monterey. Alright! 3 days of understanding. I'm moving with one another. Even the cops who with us. Do you believe me? Down in Monterey. Down in Monterey. Down in Monterey. Down in Monterey. I think that maybe I'm dreaming.
Monterey by Eric Burdon and the Animals. This one, I think this is an edit of the song. I think the other site has the longer version. Maybe something in the future we'll have a way where I could also live stream the video of the record playing on the turntable. Maybe in the future. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. So that was Monterey. Promotional copy. It says not for sale on it, but I bought it, which is funny. Yeah, the other side does show that there's a longer 4-minute and 21 version on the flip versus the 3:29 on that was just played. This next song is by Wadsworth Mansion. This is Sweet Mary.
Sweet Mary, I'm coming home.
10:01 currently right here in Los Angeles, aka Los Angeles. I don't know how long I'll be going for. Maybe not that longer. I think maybe another half hour, 45 minutes or so. Next, that was Wadsworth Mansion, Sweet Mary. The next one we'll be replaying is another request by Percy number 6. He is requesting a newer song, surprisingly, because we're chatting. This is a test, so I'm having him help me test out some features and stuff like that are audio levels and all that jazz. And he said that he has not heard the Post Malone song I played a couple of songs ago, but he has requested this next song, which is just as new as this Post Malone song. And this is not really a record. This is a Flexity, which is a flexible piece of vinyl. Same thing. But this next song, oh man, it's a good one. I like this one a lot.
White shirt, now red, my blood, you know sleeping. You're on your tippy toes creeping. Look around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees for you. Don't say thank you. Oh please, I do what I want when I'm wanting to. My soul so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm the bad guy. I like it when you take control, even if you know that you don't own me. I'll let you play the role. I'll be your animal. My mommy likes to sing along with me, but she won't sing this song if she reads all the lyrics. She'll pity the men I know. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Bad Guy by Billie Eilish, aka the Snapping Song. I forget this part happens at the end, so I'm just gonna speak over it because
When you get mad,
I am the bad guy too.
I guess I'm pretty glad that you're alone. You said she's scared of me? I mean, I don't see what she sees, but maybe it's 'cause I'm wearing your cologne.
Alright, a little technical glitch there because I started to speak. It's fine, no problem. Alright, so the next one I have up here is from Randomizer section number 8, 1980. This is by one of my favorite acts that I've developed a recent appreciation for. I listened to all of their works, saw them live, all within the span of 1 year actually, so I guess you could say I'm a big fan of his music already. This is Elvis Costello and the Attractions with a cover of a song that came out in 1967, I believe, done in 1980 in the new wave Smooth style. You know, it would be nice to have some jingles to play after every song like your normal radio station would, even though Roberto's Records is not your normal radio station, but I'm just saying, it would be nice. Speaking of which, you've been straying away from the 60s a little bit too long, so we're going to go back to the 60s right here with a Leslie Gore song that came out in 1963, another white label promo copy that I have in my collection. I have a various amount of white label promo copies. She's a Fool! By Leslie Gore, 1963, here on Roberto's Records.
She don't know that she's a lucky girl. Got the best thing in the whole wide world. Got a love that's hard to find. Got the boy I wish was mine, but she's a fool. She's a fool. She has his love but treats him cruel. He don't know it, but she cheats on him. With a boy like that, it's such a sin. I would never be untrue. I would never make him blue, but she's a fool. She's a fool. She has his love, but treats him cruel. I know there is gonna come a day he will tell her, girl, be on your way. Maybe then he'll turn to me. Then how happy I will be that she's a fool. She's a fool. She has his love but treats him cruel. She's a fool. She's a fool. She has his love but treats him cruel. She's a fool. She's a fool.
Roberto's Records is going to be making the comeback to TTE Community Radio sometime next week, so if you want to hear me play more music, you should definitely tune into that. To the three people that still says three people are watching, and then I hope that y'all are enjoying the show still. Shoutouts to Lego Spaceman, from space, hopefully, for tuning in, leaving a comment on the chat from TTE Community Radio. This is from 1997 by, believe it or not, Will Smith. That's right, you know, the actor, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Men in Black. He's getting jiggy with it right here on Roberto's Records. Test streaming it. Gonna come to TTE Community Radio soon, 10/12 right now.
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro, I know, you know, I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit, gotta get jiggy with it. Ooh, that's it, now honey, honey, come ride. DKNY, all up in my eye. You got a rider, bag with a rider. Stuff in it, give it to your friend, let's spin. Everybody looking at me, glance at the kid. Wishing they was dancing the jig. Here with this handsome kid, sick a cigar right from Cuba Cuba. I just bite it, it's for the look, I don't light it. Little way to hand me on the hand, stay on play. Give it up, jiggy, make it feel like an old play. Yo, my cardio is infinite. Big Willie style's all in it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. What? You on the ball with the kid? Watch your step, you might fall trying to do what I did. Mama, I'ma come close side in the middle of the club with the rubber dub. No love for the haters, mad cause I got floor seats at the Lakers. See me on the 50-yard line with the Raiders. That Ali, he told me I'm the greatest. I got the fever for the flavor of a crowd pleaser. DJ play another from the prison, it's your highness. Only bad chicks riding my whip. South to the west, to the east, to the north. Bump my hits and watch them go off. And yes, sure. You don't stop in the winter order. I mix it high, getting jiggy with them. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. 850 IS if you need a lift. Who's the kid in the drop? Who else will slip? Living that life, some consider a myth. Rock from South Street to 125th. Women used to tease me, give it to me now nice and easy. Since I moved up like Georgia Wheezy, cream to the maximum, I'll be axing them. Would you like to bounce with your brother that's platinum? Never see Will attacking them. Rather play ball with Shaq and them, flatten them. Like, thought I took a spell, but I didn't trust the lady of my life, she hitting. Hit her with a drop top, with the ribbon. Crib for my mom on the outskirts of Philly. You trying to flex on me? Don't be silly. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
Something I find weird is how that most songs nowadays don't end with a fade out anymore. They end cold. I don't know how I feel about that. I always like the fade out because it just means your imagination can continue going the song in whatever way it wants it to go. Next song here we have is on section number 5, I believe. It's from 1969. It's called More Today Than Yesterday by the Spiral Staircase. Another old favorite of Roberto's Records.
And if all my
More Today Than Yesterday by the Spiral Staircase. That and the B-side of this song, Broken Hearted Man, were some of the most played songs on Roberto's records back in the heyday. Back then we had a different numbering system where I would number the records as I would get them in the mail. So this one was known as number 28A. I'm going to answer some questions from the chat now. Lego Spaceman, I see you're doing good too. Thomas Fan, the way I got those Troublesome Truck printouts, an old user by the name of the Bluebell Engine sent them to me in an email. He sent me the file that would be the perfect size for them. I don't know where that email is now or where that file is, in fact. It's been so long ago, like 8 years almost. Wow. Speaking of...
What for me? Tell him that I love you. Tell him that I care. And if he ever needs me, tell him I'll be there. It happened to the other night. We had it all we couldn't find. He grabbed his hand and slammed the door, and he hasn't been back no more. If and how you can see my man, tell him that I need him. Tell him he was right. Tell him that I miss you each and every night. I didn't mean what I said. Tell him I was wrong. Yes, sincerely written. Tell the truth and let where he belongs. If you ever find that love of mine, tell him to forgive me. Tell him don't leave me. I didn't mean to stop you. I wish it was all just a dream.
Okay, funny about that. I jumped the gun on that record a little bit. I thought I would put it the record that I would start a little bit further back. Just some things that happens when you're playing records live on the air. We're gonna be wrapping things up shortly here. About a couple more songs we're gonna play here right now. Now it's 10:21, maybe 10:22 by the time the live stream catches up. Yeah, it'll definitely be 10:22 by the time the live stream catches up to time now, or should I say how time catches up to the live stream? I don't know. This is from 1965. This is from section 3 of the shelf. It's called Eva Destruction by Barry McGuire. His sole #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
The Eastern world, it is exploding, violence flaring, bullets loading. You're old enough to kill, but not for voting. You don't believe in war, but what's that gun you're toting? And even the Jordan River has bodies floating, but you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction. Don't you understand what I'm trying to say? Can't you feel the fears I'm feeling today? If the button is pushed, there's no running away. There'll be no one to save with the world in a grave. Take a look around you, boy. It's bound to scare you, boy. And you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
Roberto's Records is going to be going off the air soon. I'm trying to find out what's a good song to play as the last one, and I think I found my choice here. I don't know how long we've been streaming for. Let me check right now. Been streaming for about an hour and 11 minutes. So when Roberto Records comes to TTE Community Radio next week, we'll be streaming for an even longer period of time. So be sure to check into that whenever it happens. We'll have more details on the way soon if you just keep in listening to TTE Community Radio, following their Twitter, and getting updates from the channel. Soon we'll have our day for Roberto's Records. Here's A Beautiful Morning by The Rascals as their close-off song.
Beautiful morning. I think I'll pull outside for a while. Just smile. Just taking some clean, fresh air for me. Staying inside. If the weather's fine and you've got the time, it's your chance to wake up and plan another brand new day. Either way, it's a beautiful morning. Each bird keeps singing its own song. So long, I've got to be on my way now. Just hanging around. I've got to cover ground. You couldn't keep it down. It just ain't no good if the sun shines and you're still inside. Still inside. Still children with robins and flowers, sunshine caresses each new waking hour. Seems to me that people keep seeing more and more each day. Gotta say, leave it way. It's okay. Gotta say, it's okay.
And with that, the test stream of Roberto's Records comes to a close. To everyone who had tuned in tonight, left the comments, suggested a song, helped me out with all the audio levels and stuff like that. Tell me how it is. Follow me on Twitter at LNERFSRobert. Let me know how it went. Roberto's Records will be coming to TTE Community Radio next week with the same format, not the same songs, but like same selection of music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2010s, 2000s, whatever it is. We're going to end off the stream now. Thanks to everyone who was here today and helped me out. We'll see you next week when Roberto Records comes to TTE Community Radio.